Located on the Navajo Reservation, 109 miles north of Flagstaff, the White Mesa Mining District is one of the few documented producers of copper in northern Arizona's Colorado Plateau. Disseminated copper mineralization in Mesozoic sandstone and conglomerate is widely dispersed across the Navajo Nation, including along tributaries of the San Juan River on the western edge of Monument Valley, Garnet Ridge, and the Carrizo Mountains. The area known today as Copper Mine, or by the Navajo name Bish Hagid, meaning digging out metal, is one of the few copper mines found in northern Arizona. The mineralization is apparent, ranging from pale blue to green copper ore samples. These are impregnations of copper carbonates and silicates of Navajo sandstone matrix. Some azurite and cuprite was also recovered on site. The Copper World Mine and nearby Little Dick Mine are considered the most mineralized mining properties in the district. Early ore samples from a 600-foot wide gray sandstone outcrop traced over 10 square miles of copper-bearing ore, varying up to 15%. Thomas V. Keams prospected the White Mesa area with a contingent of Mormon settlers in 1882, locating and reporting 35 claims with a small tonnage of high-grade ore recovered. The White Mesa District was worked by the Navajo Copper Company in 1917, developing 2 open cuts. Production consisted of a documented 1,077 tons of ore shipped, including 3,357 ounces of silver and 277,514 pounds of copper, valued at $78,527 at the time. Inadequate water supply, coupled with lack of nearby smelting facilities, necessitated cost-effective transportation measures in the beginning of development. The Navajo Copper Company was one of the earliest mining companies to operate gasoline-powered tractors for ore transport. Hand-sorted high-grade copper ore was hauled by bull-wheel steam tractors, pulling iron-wheeled ore wagons to the highway at the Gap for additional transport to a processing plant. High-grade copper ore was transported to the Kennecott Copper Company in Utah, where it was exchanged for sulfuric acid, which was used by the Coconino Copper and Chemical Company in its leaching process. Before that, early experience in the 1900s with ox teams hauling ore proved costly. Later, motor trucks were employed over the sandy terrain, but yet again, excessive transport costs over $100 per ton hindered the profit margin. Accommodations for the miners, many of whom were Navajo and worked the White Mesa, included a warehouse that served as their bunkhouse near the copper mine trading post. The trading post was operated by the Babbitt brothers of Flagstaff. Its proximity to the mine was such that the miners could watch the weaving of Navajo rugs from the mill assay area. Multiple outfits conducted exploration at the property, including the Shattuck Den Corporation, responsible for 49 diamond drilling attempts, revealing ore at depths in excess of 60 feet. In the 1960s, the Zontelli brothers, iron operators from Ironton, Minnesota, also drilled on the site, conducting limited heap leaching operations involving in excess of 225,000 tons. They procured a $66,500 loan from the Small Business Administration to develop the property using water from a well 8 miles distant. Over the years, the mine would develop to include a precipitating plant, a leach pad, and a waste dump with use of on-site shallow vats where copper sulfate was precipitated from solution, cleaned, and bagged for market. Factors limiting mining output include shallow tabular copper ore bodies with small irregular pods and veins of high-grade ore, geographic remoteness, and lack of water for processing. Despite these impediments, the copper deposits rate as one of the best so far discovered on the Navajo Nation. A large aquifer just south of the district could benefit extended mining activity, along with heightened copper prices and innovations in the form of solvent extraction electrowinning technology. Estimates of on-site copper ore-bearing reserves based on different geologic reports involving geophysical anomalies vary between 2 million to 70 million tons with grades from 0.27% to 0.75% copper. Intermittent mining efforts in later years by the Coconino Copper and Chemical Company, the Martin Company, and the Shattuck Den Mining Corporation continued into the 1960s. The irregular distribution and small nature of the ore bodies led to the eventual abandonment of the enterprise. The Copper Mine Trading Post and Cafe remain structurally intact at present, though abandoned with an imminent roof collapse and exposed insulation. The Rock Cafe was built in part with copper ore inlay, including the interior fireplace. Mesa Mining Incorporated acquired an operating agreement through the Navajo Nation, along with an additional 9 patented mining claims totaling 180 acres, aside from tribal jurisdiction in 1992. It conducted a survey of the property involving the conductivity of concentrated chrysocolla-bearing areas. Results inferred that a quarter of the 10,000-acre lease had prospective potential. Additional findings concluded that copper ore from the site possessed a soft quality, enabling the ease of leaching with low acid consumption, and that the life of the mine would be about 10 years, employing several hundred workers. Lack of financing needed to cover capital cost, estimated at $24 million, has hindered renewed mining operations at the site. Today the site appears to be undergoing some type of reclamation, as metal stakes backing straw wattles as erosion barriers are prevalent across the open cut. These remnants bear testimony to some of the most remote copper mining localities in Arizona.